Good morning, students. Yesterday we learned about Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Who was Muhammad bin Tughlaq? He was the second ruler of the Tughlaq dynasty, and he was the son of the first ruler, that was Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. And what was the name of Muhammad bin Tughlaq? His name was Jona Khan, and he was given the title of Muhammad bin Tughlaq as the second ruler of the Tughlaq dynasty. Okay, yesterday we learned about all the things. You can check the last video if you forget. Then we learned about all these things and what are the contributions towards his country during Muhammad bin Tughlaq rules. How was he? He was considered as the wisest fool of the decade. Yes or no? He was considered as the wisest fool of all in history. Here it is given, wisest fool in history. Who was given the title? Muhammad bin Tughlaq was given. Then he created many problems during his rule. Therefore, he was considered as a fool during his rule. Okay. After that, he died. Then after his death, who came to power? Firuz Shah Tughlaq came to power. Okay, now we shall learn about Firuz Shah Tughlaq. Who was Firuz Shah Tughlaq? So he was considered as a great reformer. Now what is the meaning of reformer? One who changes things. Okay, they are considered as reformer. So as you know, Muhammad bin Tughlaq made many destruction during his period because of his confusion. He was not a good ruler. That's why the ruler comes next to him, that is the ruler that comes next to him was Firuz Shah Tughlaq. So he had to make many reforms, right? Yes or no? He had to develop the changes. He had to make many changes. Therefore, he was considered as a great reformer because he made many positive changes during his rule. Okay, what kind of facilities and what kind of good changes he did during his rule, we will learn here. So he provided irrigation facilities. Irrigation means, providing water facilities in fields, in the farmland, agricultural crops, right? He constructed many canals, dams, reservoirs and embankments during his rule to encourage the people, right? To motivate the people and not to discourage them. He did many facilities for the people at that time. As such, our government will do good things for us, then we will also get encouragement. Yes or no? And if the government will not give us facilities, we will be very discouraged. Yes or no? So this kind of good things were done by Firuz Shah Tughlaq at that time. Okay. These measures were welcomed by farmers who had suffered a lot under Muhammad policies, and soon agricultural production increased. As you know, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, to provide facilities to his army and to feed his army, what he did, he increased the taxes to the farmers, and because of that, what happened? All the farmers ran away. Yes or no? All the farmers ran away from his place because they need to give very high tax to their ruler. Therefore, they ran away. But during Firuz Shah Tughlaq's rule, he changes all the things and he provided facilities to all the farmers. Therefore, the production also increased, and the farmer got many facilities from the king. Okay. So Firuz Shah also established a special department called Diwani Khairiyat for the poor and the needy people. A department was established by Firuz Shah, that was Diwani Khairat. Okay. Means now various kinds of panchayat, Gao Panchayat and various organizations are developed by government. Yes or no? NGOs. So at that time also, the ruler made some good things for the people, like providing organization like Diwani Khairat. Okay, he built many mosques, hospitals and colleges for his people. He also built several towns. He also established workshops or karkhanas to train slaves in different crafts. So many things he did during his rule, as you can see here. And also read the lesson very clearly. You will understand it nicely after then. Okay. A great patron of learning. He is also to have established several educational institutions. So he established many educational institutions during his time. As a patron of learning. Again, you learned earlier another king was also a patron of learning. Yes or no? So we come to know that during the king's rule, they were mostly related to literature or studies. They were mostly interested in the literature and studies. Therefore, they could create many craft painting, cave paintings, coins, various things are developed during the king's time. Eminent scholars like Jalaluddin Rumi were part of his court. Many these are the people who used to stay with him. Many Sanskrit words were translated into Persian during his rule. Again, here some kind of changes are made by Firuz Shah Tughlaq. Like he imposed taxes on non-Muslim people. So he raised taxes only on the like Hindu people, Sikh people. Other than Muslim people, he raised taxes on them. So next, he provided land grants to many people. He provided land to many people. Nobles. He also provided land to the nobles, the people who worked with him. Nobles means the rulers in high position, right? So he also provided land to the nobles so that he can have a partnership with them. He can work with them nicely. Therefore, this kind of facilities were done by Firuz Shah Tughlaq. Then to strengthen his position, Firuz Shah also revived the system of giving land grants or iktas, which often became hereditary. So at the time, after a time, what happened? As he was providing land to different people, the nobles get very high. Okay, the nobles started showing power over him. Means they acted like they are the they are the rulers. They acted like that. Okay. Therefore, what happened? Firuz Shah stopped sharing land with those nobles because as he thought that the nobles are now becoming very powerful. They are showing very power to the ruler itself. Therefore, just to maintain his position, he stopped giving land grants to the people. Okay, read this paragraph. The number of slaves in the Sultanate increased during Firuz Shah rule. Slaves were also increased because he provided many facilities to the slaves. Therefore, people also worked under him. People also liked to work under him as he was providing many facilities to the people. So, Firuz Shah ruled till 37 years. Not his 37 years. He ruled for a total period of 37 years. He was the third ruler of Tughlaq dynasty, right? After him, the Tughlaq dynasty fell into a decline. So, he was the last ruler of Tughlaq dynasty, and after that, the Tughlaq dynasty was ended. So, during his Tughlaq, how was the administration? As I explained you, administration means the ruling body, the government. Our government is our administration. In our school, which is the administration? The teaching staff and the headmistress is the administration of the school, and the administration of our country is the government. Yes or no? Government is ruling the country, and at that time Tughlaq administration means the king's rule, the Tughlaq's rule. Okay, like the Khaljis, the Tughlaqs governed their kingdoms with the help of Bandagans and clients. As you know, they were much dependent on Bandagans. Who were Bandagans? I explained you in the earlier videos that Bandagans are the slaves working under the kings, right? Bandagans are the slaves working under the king. And who were Samantas? Samantas are the militaries or the armies, right? But the king of Tughlaq dynasty didn't depend on the Samantas. Rather, they depend on the Bandagans or the slaves, and the slaves are treated in a very high position. Therefore, those are given the name Bandagans. Okay, clients were usually people of humble origins. They were often appointed to important positions. Bandagans are given very high positions. Therefore, they are given the name Bandagans. The slaves are known as Bandagans. Okay, these novels emerged as a powerful group under the Tughlaqs. They headed the different department of the government. Important officials in the administration included the Wazir, who headed the revenue department. So, who were the people ruling at that time? All those things are given here. Then land grants. Land grants mean granting land. The ruler granting land to different Bandagans. Okay. The Tughlaqs also granted iktas. Iktas means the land provided to the Bandagans are called iktas. Iktas means the land. Okay. Granted iktas to officials. The Tughlaqs were more lenient in granting iktas to officials. As a result, the number of iqtidars rose during their rule. Under the earlier sultans, the iqtidars were hereditary and could be reassigned. Under Muhammad bin Tughlaq, there were strict checks on the iqtidars. They could not collect taxes other than imposed by the sultan and had to maintain a prescribed number of soldiers. However, under Firuz Shah, the assignment began to be treated as hereditary. Over time, many iqtidars become quite powerful. As you know, he provided land to many nobles at that time. Nobles means the people in higher position. As he provided land to various nobles, it becomes a problem to him after some period, because they become very hereditary. Hereditary means powerful in position, means they grew up. Okay, very powerful in position is called hereditary. If one rests against another, then it is called hereditary. Okay, like a captain is looking after the whole class. Yes or no? The captain is leading the whole class, so his position is hereditary. Like that, the land granting people become hereditary at the time. By whom the lands were granted? By the rulers. Okay, so you read these things and try to relate with my explanation. And if you have any doubt, then you can ask me. You can give me message in WhatsApp and you can ask me. Okay, and next, the invasion of Amir Taimur. Amir Taimur we shall learn in the next video. And after that video, we shall finish the lesson, and I will try to do the fill in the blanks. Okay, try to do the fill in the blanks by yourself. All these things you try by yourself and send it to me. After that, I will also give you answers. At first, you try by yourself and send the answers to me. Okay, it's enough for today.